Welcome into DC On Screen, episode 368. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
And for this episode, we're getting super spoilery on Supergirl 2x18, Ace Reporter. To recap, Jack Spheer has the answer to healing humans literally in his hand, but it turns out his assistant is the dealer. Kara finally proves her reporting acumen to Snapper Carr, but only after she gets nearly taken out by nanobots. Lena falls in love with Jack again, but has to put him out of his misery once she realizes he's irrevocably made of tiny robots, and is also kind of a murderer. Also, James decides to trust Lyra on his Guardian team, even though she beat up a kid, because we all love Winn. Alright, so, was that guy's last name, Jack Spheer?
Yeah, Spheer Industries.
No, it was like Spherical or something.
Yeah.
Was the name of the company.
Oh, Spherical? Yeah, okay.
For some reason, in my head, it was something else. Maybe I'm thinking of the guy's actual name. The Raul Coley.
Yeah.
He was actually kind of a revelation here. He did a really fantastic job, honestly.
He did a great job, and anyone else who watches iZombie, he's actually really good. Like, he's one of my favorite parts. Like, he may be the reason I still watch iZombie.
He's a little like CW Jim. Like, he looks like Jim from The Office.
CW's Jim. No, he is. He's that relatable, though, on the show, iZombie. He really is. Hate to do an iZombie, little podcast before we get to Supergirl, but he's really good. And anyone who hasn't tried it, I implore you to try it.
All right, well, so this episode does a lot of stuff well.
Yeah.
But I feel like for everything it does, for everything it gives, it takes away. Like, awesome scene of Kara pulling out like the pastry out of the oven with her bare hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the fun kind of stuff I like to see in these superhero shows.
Sure.
Then she goes to throw it away, and I realize she doesn't use trash bags for some reason.
She has endless DEO money. She just throws trash cans away.
Right. And that's a good point. The endless DEO money.
Just sets them out every Tuesday.
The endless DEO money thing, because Lena shows up and Kara says, "Welcome to the rent-controlled side of town." Is that really the rent-controlled side of town, Kara?
I mean, I guess I guess anything can be.
I guess so.
I mean, my favorite version of like a low rent apartment, I think, is probably Daredevil, where he has that giant like shining thing, but it's no problem for him. He doesn't give a shit. But to anyone else, that would be like a huge cost adjustment. But for him, it's, whatever.
Yeah. So the bit where she's in the car and it blows up and she flies out, I thought it was interesting that they had like the blast across her logo.
Yeah.
Like, her boobs just got hit in the blast to reveal the Supergirl logo.
Yeah.
Because the audience apparently forgot she was Supergirl.
I know. It didn't make sense, but it did look good.
I don't know that it looked good.
It actually, I watched closely. It looked pretty good. It just didn't make any sense for that to be the specific spot that, like, your ass, I think, should maybe be the thing that blows up.
Right.
In a car bomb, where specifically the things came up from the bottom.
Well, she doesn't have a Supergirl logo on that part of her skirt.
No.
Did it feel like to you that this episode was a little all over the place? I don't know how to put it, but it's like, it's like she's getting the information from the guy in the car, and then it blows up, and it's a little film noir, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, a heist movie or something. And it's a romantic comedy. And I mean, I'm not complaining, because, man, Mon-El was great. When he hugs the dude, he's like, "I feel a connection to you, like a man-nection." I've
even seen articles, like, I have literally seen articles that just are lambasting Mon-El, and I do not understand it. He's actually become one of my favorite parts. I like when he finally got into the show, I was like, "Oh, thank goodness! Good to see you again, buddy. Make me laugh a little bit." Yeah, like he's always worth a couple chuckles. Like, why is that a bad thing in any capacity?
It's not. I enjoy them. Like breaking into the place. Yes, shenanigans. The password was startling. That romantic bastard.
That's... Come on, man. If you can get a couple laughs out of it, why is it bad? That is just...
Okay, my favorite line.
That could be on my tombstone and I'd be okay.
My favorite line of the episode goes to Snapper Carr.
Uh-huh.
Did you say thank you? Once to a divorce lawyer. It was uncomfortable for everyone involved.
Yeah. I was so happy to have Snapper back, man. Gomez is doing this wonderful job with his character. I'm really enjoying him. Like, I hope we get some interaction between him and Kat when she gets back. Like, we only got her for an episode, and I hope we have at least one scene.
Yeah. Now, let's go ahead and juxtapose that with the worst line of the episode.
Go for it.
The assistant goes, "Did I mention I was a black belt?" And Lena goes, "Did I mention I was a Luther?" Oh, man, that was bad. Like, being a Luther.
I kind of liked it. I kind of did a little bit.
See, that's the thing. That's like one of those, like, it's almost a sophomoric Nolan line.
Okay,
it sounds good, but it's dumb.
I understand. I'm just saying. I don't know. It was kind of it was funny in the way that, like, it makes sense to me that, like, if you're a Luther, you know how to fight. They taught you how to fight.
I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to take away from it, that's what I'm choosing for my own mental sanity. That's what I'm choosing to believe.
Well, think about, like, all right, go back to Smallville and think about, Lex and his dad. Like, there's no way. Like, that's the relationship that I'm set on for the Luthors. Like, there's no way they didn't teach their offspring to fight. They always teach them to fight. Yeah. Like, if I was gone right now, you would have to defend yourself, Be it a corporation or some dude in a back alley that wants to assassinate you, you're going to have to fight. And, yeah, like, that line cracked me up, though, because I kind of gained some respect for Lena out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Katie McGrath did a good job, except for her scenes with Raul. She kind of... Her accent didn't stay.
No,
her American accent.
No, she drifts a little bit, and I actually think that was because she was talking with him. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
I think she got into British form for a second. Like it's a
little bit.
It's subtle, but I could see it happening. Like if I were trying to do it, I could definitely see it happening to me.
Yeah, I can see slipping into an accent anyway.
Yeah.
That I don't even have. So, the James Winn Lyra story, Lyra be cray.
Lyra be cray.
And, had that been me, I would be bouncing. But Winn is like, more please? And I don't understand that. That's stupid.
I don't know. I mean, he's into her.
Clearly.
We've been with Winn a couple years now, and this is pretty much the only time we've seen him actually get into anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, successfully get into anybody.
Well, and he was also with Silver Banshee.
Oh yeah, but that was brief.
Well, it had to be.
It was just a couple weeks.
He's got a problem.
He may have a cray problem. He may have a little cray addiction. But I did really like, though, James saying, like, you're my brother, and, the James Winn, you're my brother thing. That was cute. That was cool. I like the bromance, and I like that, like, James brought her into the, crime-fighting team, even though she, screwed up a little couple. It was still, like, a little bit of a heartwarming story.
Mm-hmm. So, I kind of feel like they did this whole, like, oh, James needs to be guardian, and Winn can be his helper.
Mm-hmm.
They did that whole thing to make them more interesting. And then they went, oh, we don't have anything for that either.
Oh, I think they could have made that interesting by itself.
But they haven't.
Well, they just kind of took it off the board. Like, think about it. We haven't seen Winn and Guardian for a while. Not really.
I know. And when they bring it back with Lyra beating up some kid and it being like, oh no, my girlfriend and my best friend don't get down with each other. No.
Yeah, they could have had an entire subplot where, like, Guardian has his own nemesis, and if they wanted to.
By get down, I mean get along. I don't mean.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Winn is a cuck or something, you know?
Yeah. But like they could have made Guardian, you know, he could have had like his own villains. Like, it could have been a whole thing. I think the reason they chose kind of like a minor subplot is because, you know, we've still got to end the season with Terry Hatcher.
Mm-hmm. We do.
We can't be distracted by him having this whole thing happening. It still has to be about Supergirl. End of the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, kind of.
Well, I mean, but that's the point, though, is that it won't distract him from being able to help Supergirl. Like at this point.
I mean, I get your argument. I just think it's kind of a poor argument for bad writing.
I think it's just it's placekeeping. It's not necessarily bad writing to me. It's just placekeeping.
In certain ways, I think that is bad writing.
I think that's the best possible version of bad writing is placekeeping. And I'm willing to give it that and just see what happens.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's everything I've got. The promo for next week's Alex, it looks pretty, I don't know, standalone. Looks like Alex gets kidnapped and it's a whole blackmail situation going on.
Of course.
So, I don't know. Doesn't look terribly interesting to me, but hopefully it will be.
I think they're going to test my argument for placekeeping.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that Kara got her job back, though, this episode. I
am like that. There was a lot of cognitive dissonance happening with her in that apartment and not actually working anywhere.
Yeah.
So that makes me happy.
What was rent controlled, Jason?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That means you don't have to have money.
Yeah, rent controlled though in a city means like $1,700 a month.
I mean, I'm 100% sure she's making a lot of money at the DEO.
Yeah.
Probably more money than she should be able to keep that rent controlled apartment with, because they have whole things. But anyway.
Yeah. There's a part of me where like I'm the person who budgets my family. That bothers me on every level. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you working? Go wait tables. I don't care. Bring money in. Anyway.
Well, on TV, if you can't do the job that you want to do, you just don't work.
I thought you just taught. I thought that was the...
Oh, well, not well. Start letting all that bitterness in.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm sure that some people don't let that affect their teaching. I just didn't have those teachers.
I honestly had a few, so I'll vouch for them.
Well, that's good. That's good. All right. DCOnScreen.com for every new episode, or every episode, period, of DC On Screen. You can go back to the very beginning, May of 2015.
Oh, dear Lord.
I know. We're going to be coming right back with our review of Flash 319, the once and future Flash. Proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, GiantSizeTeamUp.com. If you guys have any comments or on any of these shows after you watch them, let us know. We'll throw them on the show. Talk about your comments. Actually, we've got one coming up on the next episode.
Cool.
But and if you want to do a voicemail situation, 205-259-6331. Until next time, guys, keep some DC on your screen.
Are you ready for a rewarding career in the electrical industry? Quality Electric of the Coastal Carolinas, QECC, is looking for qualified electricians and electrical helpers to join its Charleston team. QECC offers guaranteed full-time hours, make up to $30 per hour with possible performance bonuses and career growth opportunities. Enjoy benefits like health insurance, dental and vision coverage, 401k plans, and more. If you're a motivated, experienced electrician, this job is for you. QECC is an equal opportunity employer. For all job inquiries, send email to hr@qeccinc.com.